Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is the Art of Worldly Wisdom, aka 300 Individual Rules Not to Be a Fucking Dumbass. As always, I am your host, DarthHideous, and I am neither any of the lates or the gays. Nice try, though. That was directly on the time that the Go Live said go live. Hello, Cat Ninja. Hello, Div. Hello, my own dumbass. Dumbass. Yeah, that was a new intro. I decided to get that out of the way early because I tend to be distracted. Anywho, down to business. Anyone who was here Monday knows I tried the first legit live stream from the Rumble studio. Everybody here knows that failed miserably, if you happen to be here for that. If not, go check it out. It's on the VOD. I left it up even with all the dead air at the end. That was a technical failure, caused me to lose my audio, and I could not recover it at any point. So, my bad. Anywho, though, we are back in the StreamYard studios with the old setup. We know we can depend on it. It's not perfect. But at least we know the shit works. I mean, hello, Squabbles. Yes, the UKers are easily impressed. So I believe last time I managed to make it all the way through the 43rd maxim, or 83rd, my bad, 83rd. We are moseying right along through this book. And last time we spoke, I said I was thinking about changing something up about this book. It's not nearly as serious a project to me as the 48 Laws of Power was. Ergo, I don't tend to take this one as seriously. And I wanted to make the content, at least my commentary, if you want to call that shit content. That's literally just my stream of consciousness out here on the internet. But I wanted to make the show insightful and at the same time still like somewhat valuable in entertainment. So I was thinking about it, and like a lot of these little maxims in this book, I just kind of have to laugh at because of how obvious they are. So we are officially going to add satire, comedy, and sarcasm into the commentary mix. So that'll be a thing. So if I just point and laugh at the thing like it's funny, that's all part of how I'm going to deal with this book going forward. I'm gonna read the whole thing, but I don't have to love it all. So yeah, that's the housekeeping for the day, I think. And a little update on the personal note. I'm back day 3 of the battle pass on the game of Life in Reality. For those of oh yeah, that's actually the thing I forgot about the housekeeping. Because this is day 3 back to my real life, the Friday show is gonna have to be moved. I'm not gonna be available at noon Eastern time anymore. So not only do I have to miss my favorite Rumble superstar, the formerly known as Divinity's Dead Divinity 143 show on Mondays and Tuesdays, I now will not be able to do my show at noon on Friday. So, that being said, I've got a couple of different things I can do here. I can do later in the afternoon Friday after I get out of work, if people still want the Friday show, or we can keep it early in the day and I move that son of a bitch to Saturday. I don't know what you guys would prefer. I can't exactly poll the Rumble crowd other than to just get you guys to sound off in the chat if you have an opinion. Speaking of crowds, we've got the Magnificent Seven, that is 5 on YouTube, and 2 actual people watching on Xbird. I am up, doubled my audience. Xbird and uh, YouTube. And we've got 11, of course, Rumble killing the game. No, it's not a good reason for Darth to put your comment on stream and not mine. I'm totally confused about what squab is over there squabbling about. So I don't know, you guys. You let me know what you think about Saturdays, like, or what you think about later on Fridays. I know a lot of people do Friday nights, so that kind of is off-putting. I know most people don't stream on Saturday morning. In fact, like nobody. So I'm kind of leaning towards just doing it on Saturdays. I like the waking up. Ooh, mute that before you click on it. I can't stand the sound of my own voice, especially when it's coming out the speakers. Anyway, Squab wanted to know what a maxim was, so I gotta look things up now. I don't have the dictionary up. That's what I forgot to do before while I was setting up the show. Ugh, curses me. Ugh. A succinct formulation of a fundamental principle, general truth, or rule of conduct. It's a saying, Squab. Maxims are sayings. Now you know. It's like a turn of phrase, if you will. So, is anybody here ready to get into the remaining, like, 2/3 of the 300 rules for not being a fucking idiot? I thought you'd say that. I don't know if I made it all the way through this one. This is the one on which I had my issue last time. I think it was 83 is where we left off. Darth just thinks Div is prettier than I. Um, she's prettier than me, and I'm prettier than you. Yeah, put that one in your juice box and suck it. She's way prettier than me, and I'm prettier than you. Even though they call me DarthHideous. That's another thing. We won't get into that right now. All right, everybody's ready. We got a Lego. We got a ready. We got a and me, although I don't think that was related. All right, let's have some fun with this. I'm going to start over with this one because I don't know if I got all the way through it or not. But this is 83, and it's allow yourself some venial fault, and it is basically Law 46 of the 48 Laws of Power, never appear too perfect. Sup, Cool G, Cool Gamer, and my boy, Matty. Welcome back. You guys are just in time for the actual show. I did all the housekeeping stuff. We're moving the Friday show. It's no longer going to be at noon. Blah, 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 etc., etc. Let's go. Uh, allow yourself some venial fault. Some such carelessness is often the greatest recommendation of talent. For envy exercises ostracism, and we did cover this in the 46th law. Most envenomed when most polite. It counts it to perfection as a failing that it has no faults, for being perfect in all condemns it in all. It becomes an Argus. All eyes for imperfection, 'tis its only consolation. Blame is like the lightning, it hits the highest. Let Homer nod now and then and affect some negligence in valor or in intellect, not in prudence. And this is in some lines here, and I did want to kind of mention that. I did kind of want to point this out that you can uh appear to be a little more of a coward or even a little stupider than you are so that people don't think you're too perfect, but don't ever, ever, ever let them think you're a fool. So do not affect some negligence in your prudence, ever. You do not want people to think you a fool, so as to disarm malevolence, or at least to prevent its bursting with its own venom. The envious are a whole fucking problem. And sometimes when you've also said like 60,000 more things than divinity has. You goofer. Anyway, yeah, envy has a way of like turning people green with its venom, and it's a whole problem. You can get the people closest to you to try to destroy you, and they will. They will. Like this is not a joke. You thus leave your cloak on the horns of envy in order to save your immortal parts. Ah, my parts! Don't you dare put your envy on my parts. Yes, Squab knows what an Argus is. And envy becomes an Argus. It becomes acutely aware. And it really doesn't like perfect. So never appear too perfect. Like, I did a whole ass show about this with Cat Ninja in the 48 Laws series, which is what I said the last time I read this. And it's still true. And if you do care to know more about not appearing too perfect, I would suggest going and checking that out, or at least reading the 46th Law of Power, because it goes into a much deeper explanation as to why this is a serious thing. But because I've already talked about it at length before, I'm going to move on. I'm going to leave you guys with the concept of just don't let the green-eyed monsters sneak up on your perfect ass. Let them know you're human too. 84. Make use of your enemies. Oh my god, Div, are you still in chat? Like, didn't we have one of the first four chapters never put too much faith in friends, learn how to use your enemies? Here's this concept again. You should learn to seize things not by the blade, which cuts, but by the handle, which saves you from harm. Especially is this the rule with the doings of your enemies. A wise man gets more use from his enemies than a fool from his friends. Their ill will often levels mountains of difficulties which one would otherwise not face. I mean, I never have any difficulties because I don't have any friends or enemies. But if you make some enemies, be very careful. You might run the risk of getting stampeded by a raging Lullifant. I'm just saying, like, I've seen it. It's gross. They make all types of really weird, nasty sounds, and you don't get stampeded by Lullifants, folks. Like, if you know, you know. Uh, Many have had their greatness made for them by their enemies. Uh, I don't know. Elon Musk is looking like even more of a homie the more haters he gets. Donald Trump's kind of. I mean, I don't really like Trump the politician, but I love Trump the social media troll. Like that's funny. Hmm. Flattery is more dangerous than hatred because it covers the stains which the other causes to be wiped out. The wise will turn ill will into a mirror more faithful than that of kindness. Let me tell y'all something, Jack. You will never get the type of honesty from your friends that you will get from your haters, also, when it comes to your faults, anyway. Because your haters are looking to tear you down, and nothing hits like the fucking truth. Let me tell you that it's a mean bitch, fickle whore. What up, Castro? Welcome to the block. Ah, your friends will lie to you to protect your feelings. Your haters won't. And if there's a thing that you think might not be your your biggest strength, your haters will point it out. They can't help themselves. And remove or improve the faults referred to. There we go. Caution thrives well when rivalry and ill will are next door neighbors. Yes, you definitely want to be cautious about your haters. Uh, you know what? It's the twins. Happy 20 wherever you are, because it's always 420 somewhere. Cheers. Thank you, Kat. I wasn't gonna miss it though. I promise I wasn't gonna miss it. So yeah, make use of your enemies. Seriously though, especially if you're smart. 85. I'm gonna butcher this. Do not play Manili. I don't even know what that is. I know that's not how you pronounce that word. I mispronounced it intentionally. Unless that is how you actually pronounce it. I've never seen that fucking word before. I don't know what that shit means. Evening, Bijou and Jujubee. Jujubee doing this? Okay. So before I can even get into this one, I have to look up what the hell this shit means. So he's gonna bust out our handy dandy notebook. And we're gonna find out about this damn word. Sorry, chat, if I am delaying, but I wanna wait a minute. I wanna know what the hell I'm talking about. At least in some of this. Plus, the big words are fun. Hmm. Oh, it's Manil. The word is Manil. And what is a Manil? You dare to ask? The second highest trump in certain card games. As the seven Clabberjass. I would call that the small Bower in Euchre. And that's the only game I can think of that uses a second trump. I've never heard of Ombre or Clabberjass because I am an uncultured retard. Oh wait a minute! Did I I clicked the stop sharing button? I'm an idiot. An idiot. That is not what I meant to do. My bad. We gonna try this again. So do not play Manol. It is a fault of excellence that being so much in use, it is liable to abuse. Well, I mean, if you have excellence, use it. Because all covet it, all are vexed by it. It is a great misfortune to be of use to nobody. I don't know about that. Scarcely less to be of use to everybody. Whore! Don't be that, yo. Don't be that. Oh, wait. My bad. It would help if I pressed the buttons correctly. I'm sorry, I went back to my real life and I forgot how to stream. Y'all will have to forgive me. Shout out to the crowd that's putting up with my nonsense tonight, though. 12 on Rumble, 8 between the YouTube and Xbird. People who reach this stage lose by gaining, and at last bore those who desired them before. These manuls wear away all kinds of excellence, losing the earlier esteem of the few. They obtain discredit among the vulgar, which is most people. The remedy against this extreme is to moderate your brilliance. I don't know, maybe tone it down a little bit. Seems like a reasonable. Maybe don't try so hard. Maybe always make everything appear effortless, but at the same time, always keep a venial fault or defect, or at least a fact one, so that it looks like you don't have the damn perfect in your brain. Be extraordinary in your excellence if you like, but be ordinary in your display of it. Interesting. The more light a torch gives, the more it burns away and the nearer 'tis to going out. Aha! Show yourself less and you will be rewarded by being esteemed more. There's like 4 different laws in the 48 that this little piece of advice uh actually touched upon, but the heart of the matter is like if you're doing too much and you are seen doing too much, all the impressive shit you do, it it literally waters itself down. You flood your own market, the market of you, and you get taken for granted, or you get, I mean, you get all types of shit can happen with that. Taken for granted, or just like people grow sick of you and want rid of you because, well, we really are getting into the realms of like too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. So, and of course, like if you outshine everybody, you are going to burn out quicker, and you're also going to vex the shit out of them. So, definitely, like, don't always be rubbing it in people's face how much better than they are that you guys are. I know you're my people, so you're just inherently a superior intellect to the average normie dipshits. Don't make them feel so damn insecure by rubbing their nose in it all the time. Make them want it, and then they will be twice satisfied when you deliver. These are facts. These are hacks. 86. Let's 86 this shit. Prevent scandal. I can think of several people right now who might need to open up their listening ears and hear this. Many heads go to make the mob, and in each of them are eyes for malice to use and a tongue for detraction to wag. Ooh, I love the way he phrased that. If a single ill report spread, it casts a blemish on your fair fame. And if it clings to you with a nickname, ooh, I can think of a nickname or two. Your reputation is in danger. Shout out to Mounagord. How many nicknames has it stuck to you with? Generally, it is some salient defect or ridiculous trait that gives rise to the rumorers. Generally, it's because you did the thing that people are rumoring about. Generally. Just saying, like, and I'm not saying that I know everything, but at times these are malicious additions of private envy to general distrust. For there are wicked tongues that ruin a great reputation more easily by a witty sneer than by a direct accusation. Like the power of jokes, y'all. I mean, we spread our contempt through memes these days, but it's not that much different than because it's all memes are is a witty sneer. But we don't forget Pepperidge Farms remembers. God damn it! It is easy to get into bad repute because it is easy to believe evil of anyone. It is not easy to clear yourself. I mean, I'm reminded of this old saying that I once heard that a lie makes it halfway around the world before the truth even laces its boots. And this is magnified in current year with the way misinformation can spread like wildfire all through the internet and shit can go viral in less than 24 hours. Hundreds of millions of people have seen some shit. And if it turns out, oh, yeah, that's actually fake. Oops. Or, oh, actually, that's a little mischaracterization of a thing. I think rumors is spelled with the European spelling because the guy who translated this was European English, I believe, and it's translated from Spanish, which is also European. So I don't know, but they use the British spellings, and it is what it is. Anyway, but yeah, once there's a nasty rumor about you out there, it really is a lot harder to clear that up, especially if everybody takes it as fact at the first place. People are generally not going to catch the retraction on that, or chasing it down is much more work because it is much faster to spread something terrible about someone than it is to spread something honest. Unless, I mean, something good, wholesome, uh, of valor, worthy of good repute. You do like the extra use. Anywho, the wise accordingly avoid these mischances, guarding against vulgar scandal with sedulous vigilance. It is far easier to prevent than to rectify, which is the case with most things. It's easier to prevent its destruction than it is to rebuild. So be very careful not to fall into matters of scandalous nature. I mean, duh. If this guy just wrote "Don't be a fucking idiot" in this book 300 times, It would have been a less eloquent, but more hilarious troll. Lucky for us, they didn't do like that back in the 1600s. Moving on. 87. Culture and elegance. Okay, so this may not apply to everybody here. I am not the most cultured swine in this room. I don't usually like I like my friends to be intelligent and well thought, well read. However, cultured or elegant, not usually fucking with me. So I imagine the squad that I got wouldn't be the most elegant of the bunch. There may be a couple of you. You know who you are, you elegant little shits. But this might not be super applicable. Let's find out though. Man is born a barbarian. Some of us stay that way forever. And only raises himself above the beast by culture. Well, your culture's stupid. Culture, therefore, makes the man, the more a man, the higher. Thanks to it, Greece could call the rest of the world barbarians. Where's Greece now? Huh. Where is Greece today with all their culture and their retard? I mean, yeah, that's what I thought. Ayo, Xander. Ahoy. Hmm. It's Mousy. She's been hiding in the bushes. Shout out to Small Mousin and Xander for showing up late, but at least they made it. And since we got new people showing up in the chat, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the number game. I just love watching it when Rumble is actually kicking YouTube's ass. Rumble's losing right now. We've got only 7 viewers. Where is everybody on Rumble? Must be doing something else. Humans are nothing more than savage apes with fancy sticks. To quote Terrence Pop, we're evil, hairless monkeys. That's not wrong. I mean, that's not far from wrong. It's not entirely inaccurate. Oh, look at you. Crying in the bushes because you hit 401 subbies. Uh, I am at 198. Am trying to get to 200 because I think that would be cool. I don't particularly care all that much, but it would kind of like bring a smile to see a 2 in that box after doing this for almost a year. So if anybody wants to tell their friends about DarthHideous' channel and see if they'll pity follow me, I'll Venmo you $5. No, I'm just kidding. I will not buy a sub. It would be cool though if people wanted to come hang out, have some jokes, learn some shit. It'd be cool if you could go follow me on Rumble though, and tell all your friends to follow me on Rumble though. I really want to get that 1 billion Rumble follower plaque before anybody else. And I'm a little bit behind the number one guy right now, so we got to work on getting them rookie ass Rumble numbers up. Anyway, congratulations on 401, Small Mouse. You deserve it. And follow the Small Mouse, y'all, if you like fishy adventures and you want to see a fish that's got a tattoo on his tail that looks like my avatar. No bullshit. Ignorance is very raw. Nothing contributes so much to culture as knowledge. No shit. But even knowledge is coarse with if without elegance. Aha, that's where I come in is being coarse knowledge with no elegance. Not alone must our intelligence be elegant, but our desires and above all our conversation. Get fucked. Some men are naturally elegant in internal and external qualities, in their thoughts, in their address, in their dress. In their dress, women, which is the rind of the soul, and in their talents, which is its fruit. Piss off. Oh yes, and the fish with the tattoo is named DarthHideous, by the way. Like it's really cool. I had Mousy in the tank on my channel on Saturday last weekend, so that was fun. Yeah, yeah, y'all can come check out my YouTube. It's literally at DarthHideous on YouTube. Just type in at DarthHideous in the search box. My name will come up. If you type just DarthHideous, my name will not come up. But if you type at DarthHideous like you're on fucking Twitter, I'll be the only one. Because I reserved that damn name when they put that feature in. Ha ha ha. Get wrecked, other Darth Hideouses, nerds. Mm. There are others, on the other hand, so gosh that everything about them, even their very excellences, is tarnished by an intolerable and barbaric want of neatness. Thank you. I'll take a fucking bow right now because this whole shit is basically just Balthasar Gracian telling me, Mr. Darth Hideous, to clean up my fucking image. All right, I promise I won't say fucking for 6 minutes. Hey, Baki. Yeah, Darthfish. Uh, on the mouse's channel, it's got my avatar on its tail, and he dances around the tank, and he bullies everybody. He got in a fight, and he got his tail ripped by another fish. Like, the Adventures of Darth Fishius are actually kind of crazy. He's kind of an asshole, but he is the king of the plecos in the mouse's tank, and it is kind of fun to follow it, especially since he does bear my namesake. I mean, I'm not at all biased. Shit. 88. Let your behavior be fine and noble. This kind of seems like culture and elegance. Or whatever that last bullshit we were just talking about was. But, I mean, my behavior may be noble. It might not be fine. It may be. Let's find out. A great man ought not to be little in his behavior. He ought never to pry too minutely into things, least of all in unpleasant matters. I mean, let me tell you a little secret here. People don't want you up in their business, so this is true. Especially if that business is unpleasant business or things that are culturally kept private, such as matters of finance. Okay, I'm with you so far, Balthazar. You got me. Let's go. For though it is important to know all, it is not necessary to know all about all. Hmm. I'm reminded of this very, very not famous at all coin that was the first officially minted coin. It's called the Fugio coin. First officially United States minted coin. And on the front, it had the 13 rings going around the outside that represented the colonies. And we are one in the middle. And on the back, it just said, mind your business. And you don't need to know all about all. Sometimes you just need to mind your own damn business. One ought to act in such cases with the generosity of a gentleman, conduct worthy of a gallant man. To overlook forms a large part of the work of ruling. Oh my goodness. Uh, you can't just nitpick every little thing. Sometimes you just gotta let shit go. Most things must be left unnoticed among relatives and friends, and even among enemies. I mean, always notice it, but you don't always have to let anyone know you noticed it. All superfluity is annoying, especially in things that annoy. So don't be superflu fluisuous. Bleh, word. Fuck these $1,000 words in this $2 conversation. To keep hovering around the object or your annoyance is a kind of mania. Man, how many people in just in current media, people who are like media influencers have that TDS. It's so bad that we had to come up with a name for it and call it derangement syndrome because yeah, don't be all up in the business of the things you hate. It'll drive you insane. Generally speaking, every man behaves according to his heart and his understanding. So be be noble in whatever bullshit, fine and noble. Yeah, don't be a douchebag. Don't be up in other people's shit. Yeah, good advice. Good advice. I give that one a thumbs up. 89. Know yourself. This is gonna be tough. I find that one quality I find lacking in most people, and even myself, am oft guilty of this very thing is being introspective and actually like using the mirror to reflect yourself instead of reflecting other people or letting other people reflect their image of you onto you, but to actually look within yourself and your own mirror. This isn't always super easy. In fact, most people don't ever do it at all. I find that with a lot of people I come across that they have no introspection whatsoever. They never ever think about why they think about things the way they think about them. I don't think they do a whole hell of a lot of thinking at all. I try not to be that guy. Even I do it. I know there are times where it's like, oh, I have this great big blind spot about myself. It's a fucking problem. Salute, good citizen Reigns, motherfucker. We back and we're not in the bullshit broken ass Rumble studio, so the show should work properly. Anyway, know yourself. In talent and capacity, in judgment and inclination, you cannot master yourself unless you know yourself. Duh. There are mirrors for the face, but none for the mind. I mean, no physical mirrors. Introspection is the mirror for the mind. Let careful thought about yourself serve as a substitute. Exactly. When the outer image is forgotten, Keep the inner one to improve and perfect. Learn the force of your intellect and capacity for affairs. And I don't mean sleeping with your neighbor's wife. Affairs is matters of all interactions with people. I know affairs has gotten a bad rap over because we forgot how to use words correctly. But if you're having an affair with your neighbor's wife, make sure it's not sexual. Or don't. I'm not your dad. I can't tell you what to do. But use your best judgment. Just saying. Test the force of your courage in order to apply it and keep your foundation secure and your head clear for everything. Yeah, that's good advice. Not particularly helpful to the large percentage of the population that has no fucking clue about introspection. And then there's the, I think, arguably, probably even fucking larger percentage of the population that literally lies to themselves about themselves. And if you're going to lie to yourself about yourself, you're never going to get anywhere with introspection because you're delusional. You're fucking delusional and you're an embarrassment to your people and your mother. I know it's early, but I had a long day and I'm a little sore, so I'm gonna smoke a lot tonight, allegedly, allegedly. Uh, please forgive me. So follow this good advice and keep your foundation secure and your head clear for everything, unless you're getting high, in which case keep your head cloudy. Don't worry about it, Small. You're all good. I know you'll catch it on the replay if you miss parts. 90. The secret of long life. Are we going to learn some immortality, y'all? Yeah, cheers. That's what I said. I'm going to be double and triple cheersing every hour because, well, I can. Mostly. Anyway, let's learn about this immortality. Lead a good life. Two things bring life speedily to an end: folly and immorality. Okay, yeah. I mean, being stupid, folly, and being a piece of shit, immorality. Gotcha. Some lose their life because they have not the intelligence to keep it. God, I wish we would have stopped subsidizing these people so that they could keep their lives at the expense of yours. Does anybody else have a problem with subsidizing the people who wouldn't be able to survive without them? Not because they're incapable, but because they're lazy and stupid. No, they can figure it out, I'm sure, but they don't have to because they're lazy and stupid. And we should definitely not subsidize them ever. I mean, I suppose if you're like a cripple or whatnot, I guess we could find some charity to look out for you because it's not your fault. But we should let the people whose life speedily come to an end in folly, especially immoral folly, we should just let that happen, I think. And yeah, I mean, if you're a douchebag out douchebagging, fuck around, find out. That's really all there is to that immoral part. Uh, anywho, Some lose their life because they have not the intelligence to keep it, others because they have not the will. There we go. Those are the people. Just as virtue is its own reward, so is vice its own punishment. Yes, let these stupid, immoral people suffer the consequences of their shitty decisions. We need to bring that back. We've gotten away from that as a society. I don't like it. He who lives a fast life runs through life in a double sense. A virtuous life never dies. The firmness of the soul is communicated to the body, and a good life is long not only in intention, but also in extension. I mean, if you do less stupid things and you F over less people, you are kind to people and you don't put yourself in risky, dangerous situations, you're going to live longer. That's common sense because don't fuck around, you won't find out. Don't play stupid games, you won't win the stupid prizes. Never threaten a beautiful Jewish girl with space lasers because that never fucking ends well. Hello, Shilomania. Yeah, I mean, I actually am all for even endless handouts and subsidizations as long as it's not compelled. If it's not compelled through force of government or any other force, knock yourselves out. If you want to donate to keep the retards alive forever, by all means, you should have the right to do so. It is a free country. Don't point a gun at me or have someone else point a gun at me, tell me I need to do it, and then call yourself a virtuous person because you got someone to point a gun at me to take my money so you could give it to someone else. Go fuck yourself. That's literally from the bottom of my heart. Ugh. But anyway, live virtuous, seek Jesus. I mean, shout out to my man Christ Jesus who died for our sins. Like, I know that this isn't like my churchy presence, and I usually do that stuff on Sunday, but I mean, if you really, really want to live a righteous, virtuous life, get yourself some Holy Spirit. That shit works wonders. Like, it will work so many wonders in you, you won't even be able to comprehend or fathom the type of wonders it can work in you. Just saying, like, not to knock on anyone else's values or beliefs. I'm just talking my own trash and truths. Hey, T3. Good to see you. Waking up and rewatching. Well, I mean, there's some good stuff in this one, so I'd say it's gonna be worth the rewatch. I'm definitely the last show I did, I was exhausted and it just didn't hit. And then I had the Rumble tech issues and they just pissed me off. So I was like, well, I didn't really want to do a whole show. I kind of wanted to do a half a show damn anyway. So I cut it at an hour and was like, to hell with it. This time I'm like, I was actually like, yeah, third day back to work. I'm like, I'm exhausted, but I'm not like super sore as shit. And I've got decent like presence. I can't go to sleep anyway. So it's like, yeah, since you're not hurting like you were the last 2 days, like, go ahead and hop into a show. Like, it'd be good to see the people. Waiting on milk delivery or no coffee. No coffee, no café, no bueno. Sí, amigo. Vamos a café para mi amiga. Por favor. Pinche maricón. Can I say pinche maricón on here? Like, that might be pushing the limits. 91. Okay, these are flying by. Then kids drank all the milk, and you ain't even beat them? Never set to work at anything if you have any doubts of its prudence. Remember in like most of these where we said, don't be a fucking idiot? I got a really good feeling this is going to boil down to don't do shit you think might be really fucking stupid. Let's find out together, shall we? A suspicion of failure in the mind of the doer is proof positive of it in that of the onlooker. So if you come to me with a really crappy idea that you're half certain about, I'm going to be 100% certain you're out of your damn mind. Especially if he is a rival. If in the heat of action your judgment feels scruples, it will afterwards, in cool reflection, condemn it as a piece of folly. Action is dangerous where prudence is in doubt. Better leave such things alone. Wisdom does not trust to probabilities. Don't give me no fucking maybes. I want to know this shit's going to go down the way we had it drawn up, Stan. Let's go. Wisdom does not trust much to probabilities. It always marches in the midday light of reason. Yes. Dear Nimrata Haley, or whatever the hell your name is, Nikki, you should have listened to this. You imprudent, dumb bitch. Just saying. All my homies hate Nikki Haley, and why the fuck were you still here? It's good you're gone, by all means, but why the fuck were you still here anyway? Why did your wisdom not march in the midday light of reason? How can an enterprise succeed which the judgment condemns as soon as conceived? This sounds like a really stupid idea. Just saying. And if resolutions passed Nem Khan by inner court often turn out unfortunately, what can we expect of those undertaken by a doubting reason and vacillating judgment? Well, we fucking can't expect any good outcomes. Because if something seems like a really not like if you can't explain to me exactly how this is going to work, I'm going to have doubts that it's going to work at all. Maybe it fails long term, maybe it fails short term. I don't really want to invest in failing endeavors, especially if they're stupid. So make sure you have a like good plan to be prudent in the shit you do. Because the only currency you can't get back is time. Just saying. 92 transcendent wisdom. Oh my god, that's a big one. I mean, the concept of it. I mean, in everything. The first and highest rule of all deed and speech, the more necessary to be followed, the higher and more numerous our posts, is an ounce of wisdom is worth more than tons of cleverness. Ha! Fuck you. I got pockets full of both. It is the only sure way, though, it may not gain so much applause. The reputation of wisdom is the last triumph of fame. It is enough if you satisfy the wise, for their judgment is the touchstone of true success. Yeah, you just all the successful idiots that you see out there weren't idiots while they were building their success. They only became idiots after they became victims of their own success and started venturing into business they had no business being in. But I can think of some billionaires who did really well getting where they are that ought not meddle in things they don't have any idea about. Stick to what you know, clowns, and let better men handle the better issues. Like, and I don't mean better men like better than you. I mean better suited for that issue because they know the shit. They have the wisdom. Yeah, transcendent wisdom. Yeah. We should bring drinks and snacks to chat more often. I like it. You guys got drinks and fucking snacks? Where the fuck did you get that? I'm up here on stage. All I got is my water and my smoking lamp. And somebody's fucking like got like a snack bar open. My chat's too much, y'all. Shout out to the Rumble chat who's just quietly listening. Hold on, that's really fucking weird. So, in StreamYards, it says it's Good Citizen Reigns, which is the username, but on the Rumble chat, it's Get a Grip Radio, which I think is a channel name. My bad if I just doxed your secret hidden name, dude. Like, I ain't know. I mean, I'd really love it if Rumble chat would actually pipe up and say something. I was just giving them shit for sitting over there quietly. I do enjoy a lively chat, even if you guys are talking some absolute nonsense. Go nuts. Call each other the N word. I would have called you all the N word just now, except for we are live on YouTube, and they don't take kindly to the N word. Fags. Moving on. 93. Versatility. This, I mean, a man of many excellences equals many men. No shit. That's bad math, bro. That's exactly what I was talking about, actually, Baki. It was not so much that, but him getting involved in like vaccines and shit, buying the farmland, all that shit. It was Bill Gates that I was referencing. People who made their billions, or Jeff Bezos, like meddling in all types of shit he's meddling in, or even fucking Elon Musk. Like, I mean, I guess Elon Musk is the perfect guy to buy Twitter, but there's just certain shit like we're great at making uh computer uh system user interfaces, operating systems and shit. You should have stuck to that. You ain't need to go buy up all the farmland in the nation to try to starve people and shit because you're worried about population. You should just stick to something you know something about. Just saying. It's a little frustrating. But anyway, let's get into the versatility of men. By imparting his own enjoyment of life to his circle, he enriches their life. Variety and excellences is the delight of life. They call it being a jack of all trades and a master of none. It is a great art to profit by all that is good, and since nature has made man in his highest development an abstract of herself, that would be a rough translation to since God has made man in his highest development in the image of himself, so let art create in him a true microcosm by training his taste and intellect. Ah, the discernment and whatnot. So, so boiling all this word salad down into a very simple concept, it's be flexible, be a man of music and visual art and poetry, and just enjoy different shit. It's okay to try different shit, and it's okay to enjoy different shit. I like video games and porno and books about war. I got an average house with a nice hardwood floor. No, wait, I'm not gonna start. That's the wrong song. My bad. I got sidetracked. But it is okay to try different shit. Like I might try singing on my show sometimes. It is what it is. It keeps it fresh. It keeps everything from going stale. If you've got just different kind of references you can add to the thing, and maybe you can show somebody something they've never seen before. I like this one. This is a good bit of advice. Keep it fucking fresh. 94. Keep the extent of your abilities unknown. That's the law of making it seem effortless. The wise man does not allow his knowledge and abilities to be sounded to the bottom. This is the theory of like why the student will not surpass the master because I have taught you all you know. I have not taught you all I know. If he desires to be honored by all, that would be the end of that thought. He allows you to know them, but not to comprehend them like a magician. No one must know the extent of his abilities, lest he be disappointed. Ah, the illusion is always greater than the reality. No one ever has an opportunity of fathoming him entirely. For guesses and doubts about the extent of his talents arouse more veneration than accurate knowledge of them, be they ever so great. There is another saying that I am often hearing that a small man might cast a very large shadow. Be the shadow and never let them know who the man behind the curtain fully. And if you're a lady, I mean, obviously, I did not assume your gender to be having a penis. I'm just trying to get kicked off of YouTube today, aren't I? uh, 95. And this kind of seems to go with 94. Keep expectation alive. So the never let them see all the tricks up your sleeve, or let them see all the tricks but never tell them how the tricks are done. Be like the magician, the master of illusion. Keep expectation alive kind of seems like that would go to it. Keep stirring it up. Let much promise more, and great deeds herald greater. Do not rest your whole fortune on a single cast of the die. It requires great skill to moderate your forces so as to keep expectation from being dissipated. Don't blow your whole load in one shot. Always keep a wanted more. I can't remember who said that. Someone famous said that. It might have been old Blue Eyes or Jenna Jameson. Not sure. But the fact that I'm not thinking about a porno starring Frank Sinatra and Jenna Jameson is very disturbing. I should get some help. 96. We are moving right along, aren't we? The highest discretion. It is the throne of reason, the foundation of prudence. By its means, success is gained at little cost. Loosely translated, don't be a retard. Good morning, Sigmund. Can I say it? Should I say it? Should I say it? Good morning, retards. Nah, I mean friends. I meant friends though. Kendra Sutherland, Tory Black, Violet Mark. Oh dear God! Don't stop giving me the bed. Don't you know I'm old? I mean, I'm not that old, but all these damn young girls. It is a gift from above and should be prayed for as the first and best quality. 'Tis the main piece of the panoply, and so important that its absence makes a man imperfect. I mean, I guess. Whereas with other qualities, it is merely a question of more or less. All the actions of life depend on its application. All require its assistance, for everything needs intelligence. Don't be a moron. Discretion consists in a natural tendency to the most rational course, combined with a liking for the surest. Ah, it's almost like use your fucking thinking, meat, as Pop would say. And I only said that because I seen Sig up in the house. It is a really damn good idea. Like he's sick of burying us fuckers. That's no joke. So don't be stupid. Use your discretion. Use your good sense. Man, how many of these rules are going to actually boil down to don't be an idiot? Because I love the fact that all these fancy ass words, like, that's what I get out of this. Oh, so don't be retarded. Yeah, don't be retarded. Okay. Never go full retard. Gotcha. And that's really all I have to say about that. Moving on. 97. Obtain and preserve a reputation. And for those who missed the irreversible law on reputation in my 48 Laws of Power series, reputation is how people perceive you. It is of tantamount import and must never be sacrificed. Guard it with your life. It is the u- usufruct of fame. It is expensive to obtain a reputation, for it only attaches to distinguished abilities, which are as rare as mediocrities are common. Once obtained, it is easily preserved. It confers many an obligation, but it does more. When it is owing to elevated powers or lofty spheres of action, it rises to a kind of veneration and yields a sort of majesty. But it is only a well founded reputation that lasts permanently. So, I mean, don't be a moron. Like, how about that? Like, it doesn't seem like a terrible idea. But I'm kind of retarded. So don't listen to me. I'm reading this stuff so I can get smart too, guys. Never take any of my opinions as anything more than just that. The ramblings of some crazed, craven, not craven. No, that's cowardly. Depraved, uh, lunatic on the internet. That's me. Maybe, allegedly. We'll find out. 98. Write your intentions in cipher. You mean that guy from the Matrix? The one who betrayed everybody? The Judas from their group? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to write my intentions in cipher. Oh, you mean code? Ah, never correctly represent, like, never play your cards face up. The passions are the gates of the soul. The most practical knowledge consists in disguising them. Never let people know what you're really playing at. He that plays with the cards exposed, like I said, never play your cards face up, runs a risk of losing the stakes. The reserve of caution should combat the curiosity of inquirers. Adopt the policy of the cuttlefish. Do not even let your tastes be known, lest others utilize them either by running counter to them, trying to shame you, or by flattering them, flattering you. So never let people know what you're really up to, and they're never gonna know how to manipulate you. If they don't know what's important to you, they can't play games with your head. It's really easy though not to do this, like to wear your heart on your sleeve is it's almost human to let people know our wants and our needs and our hopes and our dreams and our fears, and like it is natural to want to share that shit with people. Don't fall into it. It's a trap. Just do you, boo. Cool Gamer has to take off. It was good to see you. Hope you got something out of this. If nothing else, at least some entertainment. I mean, I love it when people subscribe. I can't actually understand why people watch, but they do. Also, don't be a Mowgli, a Mogwai, a Morgoth, nor a Morlock. That's also good advice. Being a Megamorph is okay, yeah. But anyway, thanks for coming, CG, and catch you in the next one. or somewhere out in the wastelands, as we do. 99. Reality and appearance. Oh, this'll be fun. Things pass for what they seem, not for what they are. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine a few weeks back regarding a situation that happened, and regarding, like, there was an altercation, and there were several people involved, and someone was getting heat for a part of the altercation that they didn't actually have anything to do with. But based on the way the shit actually went down, me being on the outside of it and actually like seeing it happen, I was just like, man, that's not how it looks from the outside though. Like, internally, you know what went down, but externally, nobody knows that. So, I mean, people are going to judge shit by what they can see them to be, not by what they actually are. Like, if we all had those glasses from They Live, we could see the fucking aliens for who they are. Oh, we got some more new people showing up in the mix. Inya Murs on the YouTubies. Hey, Inya. And Apocrypha, World Records, AWR. Over on the Rumble, I finally actually managed to find that guy's channel and follow him. So he makes content. I'm not entirely sure what he actually does on his channel. I haven't got a chance to look at it yet, but at some point I'm going to and find out exactly what he does. But he's come and hung out uh, with Cool Frog, and I've been there a couple of times, like for some of those. He's an alright dude. He's pretty learned gentleman. We don't agree on everything, but fuck would be the fun of that, right? But anyway, he's good peeps, and he loves freedom, so I fucks with him. You're welcome. You're welcome. Anyway, this is a very short one. Uh, Few see inside, many take to the outside, judging a book by its cover as it would be. It is not enough to be right, if right seem false and ill. Damn, this actually reminds me of a quote from that winning reality character that says, uh, he'd rather know the truth than be right, or something to that effect. I don't think that's actually, like, the best quote, but I mean, I'd rather be right than look right or sound right or think I'm right. That's for damn sure. But if you know the truth, then even if you're wrong, you can be right after the fact, so you're still right. Next time, left F bombs and S bombs, at least on YouTube. I mean, fuck YouTube. If they want to kick me off, they can kick me off. I'll keep streaming on Rumble, where I, for now, seem to still be allowed to say what I want, so long as I don't, like, directly abuse anyone or something. We'll see how fucking long that lasts, but I don't know. The policy is the policy. Do the fucking policy. Some folks use faux fire logs. It's sort of creepy. I mean, Duraflame is. There's a reason for Duraflame. There is definitely a reason to have that, okay? And I wouldn't I wouldn't say it's the best thing to put in your fireplace, but I mean, it's smokeless. That's nice. Like, it burns like 5 times longer and doesn't die. How in the heck was I not following you on here? I know I was. Oops. Well, I am now. I actually don't think you were. I actually don't think you've ever been to my Rumble channel. At least I've never recall seeing you there. But now that you're there, thanks for the following button. And anyone else who's sitting in the lurker mode that want to hit me with a follow on this Rumble show, like, we're getting into it. And if they ever do kick me off of YouTube, I'm turning it up. The only reason I've got it turned down right now is for the fucking jokers over at YouTube, but that's because they suppressed me in the algorithm a little bit, and I don't particularly care for that shit. Thanks for the the follow on Rumble though in ya. Guys. We are on the 100th maxim in the art of worldly wisdom. We are officially a third of the way through this book after we do this next little thing here. Is anybody excited for that at all? Is it just me? I know it can't just be me. Hold on. Scroll, damn it. 100. That was a lot of page. A man without illusions, a wise Christian, a philosophic courtier. Literally, they know that I would be reading this at some point? This feels like a personal attack. Squaw Bob, do you see this? This feels like a personal attack. I mean, they still make decaffeinated coffee, Swab. You can buy that at the grocery store. It's in the green can next to the real coffee. Everything is carcinogenic, Swab. California is known to the state of California to cause cancer. But anyway, do you hear this 100th rule here? Like, a man without illusions, a wise Christian, a philosophic courtier. This really feels like a personal attack. Be all these, not merely seem to be them, still less affect to be them, which means pretend. Philosophy. Oh, I'm a philosophizer, guys. Listen to me. Philosophy is nowadays discredited. No, fuck, it isn't. But yet was always the chiefest concern of the wise. The art of thinking has lost all its former repute. Yes, it has, and it only gets worse. This book was written in the 1600s, and we're here in 2024, and the art of thinking has lost all its repute. Seneca introduced it to Rome. It went to court for some time, but now it is considered out of place there. Huh. How so in the modern court of the modern times? How so true still? And yet the discovery of deceit was always thought the true nourishment of a thoughtful mind, the true delight of a virtuous soul. Yes, this is why we use discernment to suss out the deceit. It's actually philosophy, just in case you guys are wondering on the pronunciation. Philosophy. Brought to you in part by a fool like me. And this is why I like to talk about philosophy. Like, this 100th rule here feels like a personal attack. Like, hey, on rule 100, we're just going to say, hey, DarthHideous, keep doing you, boo. And I'm like, oh, thank you. I should be eating falafels. I should be. But anyway, we're only at an hour and a half. I know these usually go 2 hours. However, we did hit the 100th. And I went kind of short on Monday because of technical difficulties. I kind of wanted to get to this point on Monday, but I do kind of want to stop at 100. It seems like a good point to pause because I'm having trouble remembering where I left off. And I'm really terry shit at writing anything down. So I think we're going to cap it for the evening at the 100th rule here. And I'm going to come back to what I mentioned earlier in the show. Those of you who enjoy my Friday show at noon, I can no longer will not be able or eligible to do the Friday show at noon. So the options on the table are Friday in the afternoon, which would be after 5 p.m. Eastern time. So the evening, late afternoon, early evening, or keep the show at noon but move it to Saturday. Because I've gone back to my real life and my Monday through Fridays are like I have to do the thing that actually pays me money. So what do you guys think? Anyone like Friday or Saturday? Throw it in the chat. Light my shit up so that I know what more people would appreciate. I know not everybody makes it for the noon shows. So like if you know you're not gonna well, I mean, I guess if I do it in the evening time, the people who maybe I should do it for the just keep it noon and move it to Saturday that way because I like doing the shows with the noon time. It's a different crowd of people because there's different people on the internet at noon. So I think I will just give her the um well, we're gonna shift the Friday's show to Saturday because I've gone back to work. Honestly, I'd love if we could do option C, somehow get you to make enough money doing these lessons that you don't got to work any. I mean, I do love what I do, and right now there's nobody else to really do it, and it's kind of complicated, but there are people who really do appreciate the service I provide in the real world. So it's not something I'm quite ready to hang up yet. That being said, if we could just go ahead and get me to like 10,000 subscribers, like if you could tell everybody you know to come support the channel and I mean, I it doesn't matter if I get monetized on YouTube because they would just take my monetization immediately. I have a what? I haven't looked over. Whoa. I can send you monies and rant. Well, here goes. Ree! Attack you and your philosophizing in your MERS with the $10 Rumble rant. That is officially the biggest Rumble rant I have ever gotten. See, I mean, just a few seconds ago, Baki was talking about me making enough money doing this that I can quit my day job. And then Inya's like, I'm just going to smack this guy in the face with some dollars. Ah, oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Inya. Like, yes, that's one of the wonderful things about Rumble is you don't have to reach any arbitrary achievement level bullshit for them to monetize you. All you have to do is get 5 followers, go live, or just start posting content, and you're monetized the moment you get on the platform. So, if you were looking for all the ways that Rumble is superior to YouTube, other than their studio, which YouTube Studios is actually completely non functional, but Rumble's trying to now compete with StreamYard, which God, if we could make it work, like I want the Rumble Studio to work better. I don't want to have the type of issues I had on Monday when I'm trying to do an actual show. It's really fucking annoying. We're the same folk at noon, Darth. We just use our job friendly names. You mean the government names? Yeah. I got you, my dude. Inya, you're awesome. Too bad the stream yards does not have the ability to bring up the actual text of this. But when Rumble Studios gets its life together, I think I can bring them up over there. Anywho's, guys, I kind of want to keep it with the noon crowd. So Friday show, I think I'm officially going to just move it to Saturday at noon. So if y'all are available to come hang out this weekend, we'll be doing some more of the art of worldly wisdom. If not, I understand some people got shit to do on the weekends that ain't hang out on the internet. But for those of you who will be able to be there, I will see you at noon on Saturday. And for everybody else, back at back here Monday at 8 p.m. As we are, as we do. And if not, I'll catch you all in the wastelands. Stay strapped or get clapped. So remember your seatbelts and sidearms, kids. Until then, Hideous out.